What's up, y'all? Soaking up some of that good sunlight. Soaking up some of that good sunlight. Life is good. And we got to protect our energy. We got to protect our energy and we got to keep it protected. I feel like this Arkansas nature, it's not the kind that you sit in. So let me go ahead and get up. Like all kind of bugs just on me. But, I'm becoming one with nature. We got to protect our energy by all means necessary. Now, one thing that we can't do is protect ourselves for future events. All we can do is protect our energy for what's going on right now in this moment. We can't predict the things that we think gonna happen. We can't predict the things that we think is gonna happen. We just can't live our lives like that. We're not gonna be doing anything but hurting ourselves, hurting the people around us, and hurting any outcome that could be possible. But we do have to protect our energy by all means necessary from anybody who would be trying to steal that from you. You have to protect yourself. But you can't predict future events. We can't create situations for people. We can't. We could, because if we're creating it for these people, we're actually making it a possibility of happening. We have to live for right now. I can't stress it enough. We have to real deal be living for the moment. The future is important, but the future changes so much. It fluctuates so much. Off the smallest thing, the entire future could be changed. A completely different route. And I've had to realize this myself, that we can't control the future. We don't know what the future is going to bring, so we have to enjoy what we have right now. Right now is the most important place where we should be. The future isn't the most important place for us to be because we haven't even had the chance to make it there yet. The most important place for us to live in is right now for this moment. And no matter how much or how often we create the future for ourselves, it's never going to go like that. The future is never going to happen how we want it to happen. With anything you want to do, the future is never going to happen the way you thought about it in your brain. Not once. Not one time has the future ever acted the exact way that you thought about it in your brain. Not once. So we got to be focused on living for right now. We got to protect our energy, but we can't predict the future. If you're trying to, for instance, if you're trying to get in a relationship, or you like a significant other or something of that nature, you can't predict how that relationship is going to go. For one, based off of things that happened to you in the past. For two, you can't create situations in the future. That all in all, I think doing those things just show that you're afraid. You're afraid of what might happen. And we can't continue to live in fear. We got to understand that fear is something that we create with our own brains. Fear is something that actually doesn't exist at all. Fear never existed. We created that. Us as humans created fear. Now we got every living being on the planet living in fear. We created fear ourselves and put it here on the planet for us to live by. Fear of getting a job, fear of paying your bills, fear of your spouse cheating on you, fear of not making the team, fear of you dropping your phone, fear of having a car wreck. These are all things that humans we fear. And this is not even scraping the iceberg. We have to protect our energy from the people that's around us. Because there's somebody out there that's trying to take your energy. They want to use it for themselves. It's people who live off feeding the energy from other individuals. Like they live for other people's energy. I call those vampires. They live for your energy. But one thing we can't do is be afraid of these people, because we can't predict when they'll pop up in our lives, when they won't, and we don't know what's going to happen when we even get to the future. To create your future, you got to create right now. You can't even create 72 hours in advance. You can't create 48 hours in advance. You can't do that. It's no way possible. The day will never go the way you expect it to go. I had plenty of things that I planned on doing this morning that I haven't had a chance to get to. But I want us to protect our energy, and I want us to live for right now. I want us to live for right now in this moment, because no matter how many different scenarios that you've come up with for how things could possibly happen, they're never going to happen the way that you came up with them. And we should stop creating situations for people. If that situation is not present, if this information hadn't been presented to us in the present form, we shouldn't create future events for these situations or for these people. But we have to protect our energy. That's first and foremost. That's one thing that we have to do. I want y'all to continue to thrive, continue to live on, get outside, get some of that good sunshine, man. It's so good for your skin, so good for your soul, your body, your mind. Just to get a deep breath, a good breath of fresh filtered air. So good. Get your chakras in line. Help your kundalini rise up. Life could be so much greater. You know, we need to focus on ourselves more and stop worrying about the outside forces that can affect us. We have to focus on ourselves and bring the energy from within and bring it outside. That's the goal. We have to bring the energy from inside, outside. We need to stop taking the energy from outside and bringing it inside. That's where we make mistakes, because we're not being genuine to ourselves. We're being genuine to the outside and bringing it inside versus being genuine on the inside and bringing it outside. That way, everybody on the outside can get a piece of you, a glimpse of what you got on the inside. If you're taking things from the outside and bringing it inside, nobody knows how you really feel about things. So you're living a fake life. Now, bringing the things from inside outside doesn't mean that you bluntly be rude to people about telling them how you feel. We still have to be compassionate for the next individual. If you feel like, for instance, I don't know, let's say, I'm gonna use this example. If you feel like if you feel like bringing the inside outside, for example, your girl asks you, or your girl didn't even ask you, she put on a dress and you be like, babe, you fat in that dress. That's being rude. That's being rude, especially if nobody asked you. That's just being rude, and you will know if you're being rude or showing compassion for the next individual or not. So we got to focus more on living for right now. We got to focus more on bringing that inside outside versus taking the outside and bringing it inside. Pay attention to that. Protect your energy, because there's somebody out here trying to steal it from you. Life is good. Life is great. Get out here and Get some of that good fresh air, man. It's so good. I don't care where you at. The fresh air is gonna be air. We can't breathe without oxygen. Remember that. I want y'all to take care. Peace, love, and happiness. I hope to see y'all soon. Follow my page, D Living Mind. We out here. I love y'all. I hope y'all love me. If you don't, I'm gonna keep the love strong on this side. And y'all take care. Peace, love, and happiness.